I cannot believe I'm about to let y'all into my business like this. Like, this is such an invasion of privacy, but whatever. Today, I'm going to be using my Bon Vivant Tresses custom-made unit. I did construct this using a 16-inch frontal with 18, 20, and 22-inch bundles of raw Indian wavy, but I only used about 2.5 bundles to actually make this unit look full. First things first, you want to go ahead and make sure you wipe any residue off of your hairline. This is 91% alcohol that I just got from my local drugstore. Yes, these braids are raggedy. I've had them in for almost a month. Who cares? I keep my braids for a very long time. Anywho, this is a knee-high stocking in the color beige. I got this from Walgreens as well. Now I'm basically just stretching it out so that it will fit over my big ass head. Now that I look like a condom, I'm going to make sure that everything is in place, that I have all my edges covered, and I am going to be pushing my edges back so that way when I'm applying the unit, none of my edges are sticking out and they're all safe and protected under this wig cap. Using my Got2BGlue freeze spray, I'm going to go ahead and spray the hairline. This is very, 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 very important. This is what's going to create that base and that scalp-like material for you to basically attach your unit onto. I didn't used to do the ball cap method, but it just has taken my wig game to the next level. So now I will not apply my unit without it. And as you guys can see, I'm just basically hitting the perimeter and I'm going above the ear. So that way when I cut the cap off, it still stays attached to my head. And I try to keep it as close to my hairline as possible, just because I don't like my wig all the way down to my eyebrows. Now, this is a Silver Bird hair dryer. It is the best hair dryer ever. Unfortunately, I lost the clip of me cutting off the wig cap. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory, but I did lose that clip. Now, before I actually start to attach the wig, I do like to put it on and I use my clips. I got this as a set from, I think this was maybe TJ Maxx or Ross, somewhere. I basically use these clips and I clip back the hair out of the way. And I like to pull the wig down to where I want it, and to make sure that I'm not applying glue in places where glue does not need to go. I like to make sure that I am marking it out. And this is just an eyebrow pencil. This is the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the color chocolate. And basically, as you guys can see, I'm just tracing where the wig stops. So that way I know to cut off that excess cap, and basically I'll have a perfect bald cap and a guideline for where I want to make sure that my wig is laid. I have practiced and practiced and practiced, and this still isn't the best, but it works for me. So now I'm taking my shears and I'm just basically cutting the cap up. Now, this is important. Even though you sprayed that freeze spray, you're still able to actually go in and cut off any unnecessary cap. So I'm just pretty much sliding the scissors very gently, although it does look like I'm probably being extremely rough, but I am just sliding my scissors under the cap, and I am going to go back in and make sure that I tack that down. But now I just want to make sure I get that excess cap off, and of course I'm going to go to the same side and do the same thing. And yeah, this side was actually pretty painful because that was like stuck. I felt like I waxed the side of my head. Again with the alcohol, because this is so important to the melting process of your unit. You want to make sure that you wipe off any extra residue, so that way when it's time to put that wig on, it is slayed, okay? I'm going in with my Got2BGlue gel. This is the clear version. Obviously, I showed you guys the bottle, but basically I'm just taking my popsicle stick and I am putting the glue on the edge of the cap, so that way that also blends into the scalp as well. And then I am using my NARS foundation. This is in the color New Caledonia. I will have a video coming with my thoughts and opinions on this foundation, but I'm taking that and I'm basically just going around the edges of the cap, so that way it kind of helps that bald cap blend into the skin. Although you can obviously still see a line of demarcation, it works for me. And really the line of demarcation is coming from like where I'm taking my makeup off. So back to the wig. Now, again, I like to make sure that I adjust the wig and have it exactly where I want it to be at. And obviously you guys can see the clips, they get out of place. So I do like to reclip my unit and, you know, move the hair back, obviously, because you don't want it in place. You want to make sure that you keep the hair out of the way so that way you do have a seamless application. And basically that's what I'm doing. I'm just going back in with those same banana clips, and I am making sure that I move the hair out of the way, but also making sure that I get the wig positioned exactly where I need it positioned at, so that way I can make sure I have a flawless application. Y'all gonna hear me say that multiple times throughout this whole process. Now, again, you want to use the alcohol, and as you guys can see, there's kind of like a little glare where the extra glue from the Got2BGlue is sitting at, and I just like to go in once again, remove that excess glue before I go in with my Got2BGlue, and that's actually the adhesive that I'll be using today to apply my wig. I'm still on the search for finding something that is going to be long wearing, because I'm sorry, this is not it for me. Like, bold hold does not do it for me anymore. So I'm taking the glue and I'm putting some dots around the hairline. I do like to work in sections. I really don't understand what type of witchcraft these hairstylists be doing, where they're able to actually go in and put like adhesive on the whole hairline and get the application perfect. Every time I've tried that, I've ended up having to take the wig up and reapply it. And no, I just realized that working in sections works better for me. I did speed up these clips because drying this damn glue is forever. Like, I already know that if I'm gonna be doing a lace application, I'm at least gonna be in the mirror for at least an hour flat, because I like for my shit to be perfect. So yeah. Once the glue dries down and it's clear, I like to take my unit and I pull it up and make sure it's super snug on my head, and I try to place it maybe about at least a little millimeter, maybe a full centimeter above the glue. And then I take my comb, whether it's the rat tail portion of it or the back of the comb, and I just push the lace into the skin. Now, because I did place it a millimeter before, there are some flaps that are loose, but don't worry, I am going to use more glue and I'm going to go back in and tack it in. But as far as the initial application, I like to get it as close as possible, and then I take my blow dryer on cool air. Oh my God, I meant to emphasize that. So quick pointer, because I'm not doing anything new here. Whenever you are putting the wig down, you use cold air. When you're doing the bald cap, you use heat. I actually sit under the dryer for my bald cap, so yeah. But back to the wig application process. As you guys saw, I basically went to like those loose ends and I placed some glue, and now you see me melting it into the skin with my adhesive. Now this part I did speed through because it's pretty repetitive and it's almost self-explanatory. Like I said, me doing those markings on the bald cap did allow me to get a precise application. So exactly where the wig cap is cut off is where I know my unit needs to lay. So it does make that process a lot easier. And once again, waiting forever for this to dry. I've already attached down one side, and now I'm just showing you guys the other side of my head. And yeah, so as you guys can see, the lace is really, really thin. So I'm just, you know, trying to do my thug thizzle, make sure I lay it down, back with the dotting of the lace glue, using a popsicle stick. I did get those from Hobby Lobby. I want to say you can get a bulk of like $150 for like $2 or $3.99. Hobby Lobby always has coupons, so it'll probably be even cheaper than that. But yeah, again, I am blow drying the adhesive. You always want to make sure it's clear, because if you get the white in your hair, you can fix it, but it's just a pain in the ass to fix. So please allow it to dry clear. Again, I like to go in with 2 to 3 coats of lash glue to make sure that it's really secured. And let me just give y'all head us up, because you know I'm not doing anything important other than obviously laying the glue. But I recently went to see my queen bee in Columbia, and it is very hot. I don't know if you guys are familiar with South Carolina, but it gets hot as hell here. Do y'all not know I had to use my shirt to hold my wig down to my head, because it wasn't just from her snatching my edges. The heat in the bold hole was not getting along, baby. So my wig started to slide back. That's why I'm on a search for a new glue. But using more layers does help add levels to like the security of the wig. And once again, as I was saying, because I do place the unit a few millimeters to a few centimeters in front of the glue, I do have to go back in and be very, very precise with the application to make sure that the edges of the wig lay down. So This whole process is basically just dotting, smearing the glue, blow drying the glue on cool air, waiting until it turns clear, and placing the wig into the adhesive. So this process is pretty repetitive. Maybe I should stop talking so you guys can watch. It's not even on the point where, you know, you guys are learning anything, because I'm literally doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. So let me give you guys a few tips and mistakes that I've made, I guess, while we watch. Do not use your fingers. Your fingers, I don't care how well you clean them, they will always contain some sort of oil. And if you put oils on this glue, your hairline is going to be white. You do not want to do that. Use a clean Rattail comb and push the lace into the skin. Now, these ear tabs, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a professional, so I do still have issues sometimes securing the ear tabs. But what I've learned to do, because I was just putting it on like the front of my hairline, is to actually take the glue and like go towards my ear, so that way the whole section can be, you know, laid. This has been working wonders for me. I don't know why I never thought to do that, because I guess mainly I was concerned about securing the front of the wig. But yeah, make sure you're taking your adhesive back by your ear if you really want those ear tabs to stay down, because the ear tabs, oh my God, the ear tabs are a pain in the ass when it comes down to like frontal application process. So just be patient. Make sure you use at least, normally I use 2 layers of glue on the actual hair, but on the ear tab, I have to use 3. And I think I actually cut out that last one. But as you guys see, you can see me checking my work. I'm going to see if I have any loose ends. And if I do, I am going back in with lace glue, you know, letting it get tacky, blow drying it on cool air, attaching the unit down to the skin, and just basically checking my work. After I'm done, I did remove the duct clips. And again, as you guys see, I'm just checking those ear tabs are doing what the ear tabs do, being an ass. Yeah, so I'm using my brush, making sure I brush everything out the way. That kind of also lets me know that the wig is actually on. And of course, I go back in and I check my work even more, just to make sure, you know, everything is super laid. And once I finish with that, I go in with my double-ended brush. Well, I guess it's not double-ended because it has a comb on the end, but either way, I use my Cream of Nature argan oil and this little brush thing that everybody's been using. You can get them from your hair store. I hear they have them at Walgreens. I've never seen them at Walgreens, so just check your local beauty supply store. They should have them in there in all kind of colors. But I'm just basically going in and working the edges on this frontal. And again, this also helps blend it. Usually when my frontals are like brand new and I haven't, you know, taken them off multiple times, I'm able to lay my unit and it looks way more seamless than what this looks right now. But again, the older the frontal get, it's gonna continue to lose hair, so you got to just work with what you got. Now, why am I like stuttering? This is what makes the unit really blend into the skin. You have to tie it down, and I try to stay away from water for at least 12 hours so that we can get a full melting. And I'm actually going to go to sleep, and I will see you guys in the mornings for the real process. Get into the hair, sis. Get into the hair. Get into the hair, sis. Frontal is melted. Scalp, okay, let's go. Let's go. Well, like, sis, what is we doing? What is we talking about, baby? This Bon Vivant Tresses is everything. Like, I just can't, like, I just filmed another video for you guys, and that should be up. I'm not sure whether or not this will be up first or this tutorial on this look, but I'm getting stumbled over my words because I'm so just pressed about the hair, baby. Like, y'all, this hair is just so good. Like, I can't. I'm like looking in the mirrors all around me. But I will make sure that I link all of the information in the bottom bar where you guys can purchase this hair, the length, the texture, all of that good stuff. Don't forget to thumbs up this video. You guys got to see me in like rare form, wig braids, ball cap. I mean, the least you can do is thumbs up the video. The least you can do is subscribe. I do hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if there are any more hair videos that you guys would like to see or looks you guys would like for me to try, and I will will see you guys in my next video. Peace out.